All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day of SaberSim's DFS office hours. It is Tuesday, February 21st here. Basketball cannot return soon enough for myself, but we do have a 9-game hockey slate today, and I have been told that today is basically the NHL Christmas, the way that, opening week one of NFL is like NFL Christmas. Today is NHL Christmas, biggest NHL contest of the season coming at you guys. If you guys are NHL grinders, good luck to you on this very large slate. 7 p.m. Eastern. Like yesterday, the slate was kind of cut in half with 1 p.m. Eastern games. None of that today, just like a standard timing big slate NBA All-Star break. So good luck to all of you playing NHL today through tomorrow, and then basketball will be back on Thursday. But for those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Andrew, one of the coaches over here at SaberSim. This is a show. We go over how to use the SaberSim app, answer any and all DFS-related questions. You can post questions live in the YouTube chat or in the Office Hours channel in our Discord server. There's a link in the description below to get joined up in the Discord. Highly recommend it. People talking DFS each and every day, bouncing ideas off of each other. Other SaberSim employees or team members get to jump in and answer questions as well. So you get access to the full team and the community. Great place to be day in, day out. But that being said, we have no questions at the moment. I know it is kind of like a downtime, but always room for questions. We got NHL today. We got the Honda Classic this week for golf. Should be a fun week there. And just looking ahead to the weekend. I don't know if there's MMA card this week. I'm gonna check right now. Looks like there will be. I think so. Maybe. I'm seeing some fights here in the app. No projections loaded, but looks like there might be a card this weekend. And then I know that we have NASCAR in Fontana this week. So thinking about heading down there myself and enjoying some NASCAR. But if you guys have questions, now is a great time to get those questions in. Gonna pull up the SaberSim app and kind of hang out here for a little bit with you guys, chit chat, maybe look at some early golf projections. Haven't played a bunch of golf myself this year. Really enjoy it though. The golf sweat is like one of the funnest sweats for me specifically. I love the golf sweat. Especially on like cut events. One, you get to have that kind of all day sweat. They start early. Looks like it's a 5 a.m. Eastern start. So first thing in the morning, getting to check those golf lineups throughout the day. And then Friday we got the cut sweat, and then go into the weekend, down the stretch there. So a lot of opportunity to play showdowns. PGA Showdown, I think, is a place where there is still like a lot of edge. I think a lot of people play golfers, especially like on Sunday, that are too high up on the leaderboard and don't have like such a good opportunity for growth. I think ownership gets really, really concentrated in like round 4 showdown format specifically. But if you guys haven't played golf, this is a great tournament. This is a great week to try it out. Sung Jae is like far and away going to be like one of the highest owned golfers this week, with kind of a I would say like less stacked field. You could easily tell by just the salaries here. So any week you can come in, sort by salary, and see what how many golfers are like in the 10K range, in the 9K range, and look for like some names that you see here, right? So no John Rahm, who's just been like absolutely tearing it up all season. I saw he's averaging like $337,000 per event. So that just tells you, how high up in the payouts he's finishing, and just continues to just be on like an absolute tear. So no Rahm, no Rory, no Scotty Scheffler. Not seeing like Max Homa here. So kind of a wide open week. So it should be a little fun. Does the Sung Jae chalk get there, or does Sung Jae fail? And then the week is even a little more wide open, right? So should be a great week to get some golf lineups in. Great thing is that you can build those on like Wednesday night probably, and then when there's no NBA, and then Thursday NBA comes back, then you got like the double golf NBA sweat So should be a fun week to build some golf lineups. Might have to just do that myself. And then we got the 9-game NHL slate today. Not sure what tomorrow looks like, but should be a fun night overall. I know plenty of you guys have tickets and are gonna be entering some big contests like that big 444 150K to first. Haven't seen anything like that all season. Pretty sure that's the biggest contest of the season. So I hope our main man Scott has some tickets to that event, and he could put on a good showing for us there. But for those of you just tuning in, no questions at the moment. No NBA injury report to review. We are just kind of hanging out, talking some DFS, talking some golf, talking some NHL, whatever you guys want to talk about. So and then looking ahead to this weekend, we have NASCAR back again. The Fontana race should be a lot. What is this here? I think these might still be the projections. Yeah, these are the projections from last week. We won't have projections for this upcoming week just yet. You wait a little closer in the week, as qualifying gets closer and all of that stuff. But they are racing in Fontana this upcoming week. Should be not as crazy of an event. I'm pretty sure Fontana is not a high crash index or as high of a crash index as Daytona. I'm pretty sure it's like Daytona and then Charlotte, and then it kind of goes down from there. There's a really good article if you guys, are playing any NASCAR, an article that I use because I haven't really been able to find good data on like what courses are like crash heavy and which ones are not. So I found this article. It's like a couple years old. Maybe there's like a better place for this that somebody could tell me, but it's this buildingspeed.org, and this is from 2019. But basically, down here at the bottom, they did like a thorough review of all of the courses that they drive on, and then this DLP danger index is basically like how likely crashes are based on whatever measuring stick that they're using here. And like Daytona is obviously the highest here, and then like Charlotte, and then it kind of goes down, and then kind of tails off down here near the bottom. So you get I like to reference this. I think it's a good source to like kind of see what is like the volatility of the race, and like this kind of leads me to decide how many like uniques I want to use or how much exposure like I'm willing to have to one specific driver, based on how crazy of like a crash course this is. So like the super speedways are always going to be more crash heavy, which is why you see them up here toward the top. But this is just something I like to reference, and will kind of lead me to make decisions about leverage, about exposures, about uniqueness and things like that. So I think this is a really good article or website to check out if you're interested in knowing some crash course history on some of the tracks that these guys are racing on. So buildingspeed.org, and then it's NASCAR tracks accident prone. You can probably find this up on the website if you just type this article up in the search bar here. So wanted to let you guys know that, because I mean, frankly, that is not data that like I have seen widely available, is like the crash course data. So aside from that, I guess we're just going to talk like a little NASCAR today, which is like totally fine. But some NASCAR sources that I like to use, just throwing those out there for you guys if you guys are not familiar with them. Want to make you guys familiar with them. But jski.org is a really good one here, and they always post like the qualifying, the starting positions. They have like a different kind of setup like for every race here. So like you can see like they do the countdown. They have like a page dedicated to it, so you can like click on the upcoming race, which is the Paula Casino at the Auto Club Speedway, and then once qualifying's in, you can see qualifying results, see qualifying order. They'll usually have the like starting order, and then if guys get moved to the bottom, like they're usually pretty quick to update. They do have a Twitter as well where they post updates, and then along with this specific data provider, Bob Pockruss is like one of the main Fox NASCAR reporters. He's always posting like live updates as well about cars getting moved to the back and cars not passing inspection and stuff like that. So I would say, if you're trying to find like the NASCAR equivalent to like Underdog for NBA or something like that, a combination of like J-Ski with like what they post here and with what Bob Pockrass posts is probably a good combination, I would say. So like we could probably find, let's see if we can find last week's articles. Maybe not, maybe they moved it. Okay, Daytona here. So like we could just go like to starting lineup, and it's just like usually like a PDF with all of the rows and all the drivers. So I like to like, just find like some, if you're looking for like basic race information, right? Maybe you're not like a huge NASCAR guy, maybe you don't know where to find it. I think this is a great source. And then following with Bob Pockrass for like those pre-race news or breaking news or updates is another really good source. So I would check out those two places if you guys are looking to continue to play NASCAR throughout the season and need some info. So they also have the Twitter feed right here, tweets by J-Ski. You could use that as well. But happy to talk some NASCAR. Looking forward to it. Hoping to play it like a little more consistently this season. So want to spend a little bit of time doing that. It's kind of an easy transition. You go from like building football lineups on Sunday and then just kind of roll right into NASCAR. So I do kind of like that. Maybe you can mix in some like round 4 showdown as well. And then that'll take up my Sundays. But don't be afraid to like try out new sports and just allocate your bankroll accordingly until you could kind of get your feet wet, kind of understand it, and start to have some positive results there. But anyways, for those of you, Sojo asked, when is NASCAR played? NASCAR's on Sundays, so they race just about every Sunday. I don't know what the season schedule looks like, but that's why it's kind of like easy transition from football. Usually the races are at like 3 p.m. Eastern, so kind of like middle of the day-ish. It is fun to watch if you can get into it, especially like Daytona was like a great watch. I know that I watched it with some family. I know that Jordan was telling me that he had like a little party for Daytona and that he's gotten really into it over the last year. For those of you in the Discord, it is actually Jordan's birthday today. Jordan is the OG Office Hours host here. So if you guys see Jordan around in the Discord, shoot him a happy birthday message and let him get some birthday love on this day. So just a quick note, shout out Jordan, and rocking the Jordan sweater. So it's only right that I call him out on his birthday here. But just want to let you guys know about that. You guys can ping him in the chat accordingly. But that being said, guys, I know it's a slow week. If you guys have questions throughout the day, throw them in the Office Hours channel and get us a queue of questions for tomorrow. And then NBA will be back on Thursday, and we should have plenty to talk about come Thursday. But for all you NHL grinders out there, good luck. We've talked NHL, a couple times this week. So if you guys are interested in like some basic rules, some basic setup for NHL, check out yesterday's Office Hours, check out Mondays, and good luck to you guys there. Sojo said, when's over to Prize Picks for? Give me a little bit more on that one, Sojo. But yeah, no, I think Prize Picks is great. If you're interested, if you're on the pro plan and like for something like NBA, we have detailed stat projections in the builder. As projections become available, we don't have any projections for Thursday up at the moment yet, but yeah, people tell me that they use SaberSim for Prize Picks. If you guys are on the pro plan, if you guys are subscribed to the prop plan, people will also use like the props that we post every day for Prize Picks. So I think there is definitely like edge to be had over on Prize Picks. I think what's really interesting when it comes to like prop betting specifically is you do know the win probability of the bets that you're placing, or you should be able to like figure that out and kind of have that as like a calculation for the bet that you're making. I know that we do, like when we post our props, you could use that information to ultimately solve like a Kelly formula for, what is the win probability of each bet here, because you have to parlay them, right? So like you could take 3 prop bets that we do, and then you could use the win probability to solve a Kelly formula to determine how much you should bet on Prize Picks, basically. So I think that's really interesting. that's like one of the good things about prop betting is that you could have like an implied win probability, and then you can use that to solve a Kelly formula. So, so just I meant to say when the player props for SaberSim going to be out for prize picks. So I don't think we're going to do like anything prize pick specific, but if you are on the pro plan and then you add on the prop plan as an add-on down here at the bottom, I know a lot of people are using those props that we're posting, checking the prize picks, and then parlaying a couple of them. We post up to 6 props a day for players on the NBA prop plan, and we have been very successful. We released it in January, and let me just check here. So up till today, up to over the last, looks like we started tracking actually on January 23rd. So it's been about a month now. We are up 28.5 units, and our record is 87-58. So pretty good results over the last month here. Yeah, that is when we started. So pretty good results over the last month. We took a long time getting it released, but we just wanted to make sure that, once we released it, it wasn't going to be profitable for our users who are signing up for it. And thankfully, that has been the case, and we are very confident in the bets that we are posting every single day. So 28.5 units in the last month is a pretty good return on your investment. It is a costly like investment, but we are doing all the legwork for you. We are giving you the plays to pick, and you just got to go and play them. So I think there was like some math done by Matt where somebody was asking, how much do I need to bet per unit to basically pay for the prop plan a month? And if we like use our average results from last year and this season, you would have to do about like $8 a unit to at the time that they did that, to continue to like basically have the plan pay for itself, and then any amount over that is basically money in your pocket. So results have been good. We expect them to be fairly consistent here, and hope to close out the NBA season strongly. And then I think that with the framework and with everything that we have in place now, that this plan should be available much sooner come the beginning of next NBA season. So I just said, what do you mean unit? Yeah. So basically, it's like a unit or a percentage of your bankroll. So like, let's say you had a $100 sports betting bankroll, right? You could say that, I'm going to bet 1 unit on a LeBron James points over. That equates to $1 or 1% of your bankroll. So whatever, it's just a calculation, right? So like 10 units would be 10% of your bankroll would be $10 bet. So that is like the amount that you are wagering on each individual bet that you are placing. So that is what we are referring to when we use the term unit in sports betting. You can probably just do like a Google search as well if you're like looking for more information on like what a unit is, how to calculate it. I'm sure there is some type of calculator on Google where you could just do like what is a unit sports betting, and then I'm sure you can find like plenty of articles kind of breaking that down for you, along with like other sports betting terminology. It's important to know like what VIG is, what hold is, and you can kind of get into like some of the math about how the books operate, and where some of these edges or holds kind of come from in the sports betting world. It is definitely a rabbit hole to dive down if you have some time, and no other time like NBA All-Star break to kind of get into some sports betting stuff, and then maybe join the prop plan and bet these last, what is it, like 3 months with us here, going into the playoffs. But all right, everybody, if you guys have questions, throw them in the Office Hours channel in the Discord. We will, continue to find different things to talk about this week. I think yesterday we talked about satellites. Today we talked about some sports betting, talked about some NASCAR. So happy to continue to chat with about whatever you guys want to talk about. So if you guys have questions, throw them in the Office Hours channel. We will get to those tomorrow. And until then, I will see you guys. Take care.